All right, is everyone ready to draw Baby Yoda? He is actually a character from The Mandalorian, which is a new series on Disney Plus. Actually, I haven't watched it yet, but I know everybody's fascinated with this little character. In our drawing before, we took our ruler and divided our paper up a couple times. I think that for this drawing, dividing it once in half will kind of give you the idea of how big you need to make this. And I drew that with a pencil. I'm going to draw with a Sharpie like I did last time because I want you to be able to see it a little bit better. But you can draw with a pencil, that way you can make changes. All right, here's the top half of our page. We're going to start there. We're going to begin with the head of our Baby Yoda. Think of your paper in 3 parts at the top. 1 part will be head, and 2 parts will be ears. So those are all about the same length. It looks like a big gumdrop. So you're going to do something kind of like this right here. If you want to poke the edges out just a little bit to give them kind of a fat cheek, you can. Or you can let that come straight down and across. Actually, did a little bit of a curve there and didn't really mean to, but again, I'm working with Sharpie, so that's part of it. All right, so then the ears are going to come straight from the top as far as you've got space for. About the same length as from across here will be the length of the ear. The bottom is a half circle, comes around and stops right here. On the other side, a symmetrical ear. If I could hold my paper still, goodness, and around. Sorry about this little bump right here. We'll just overlook that. All right, the top of his ears, gonna have that little part that shows that his ears kind of folded over at the top. Okay, and you might want to stop there and kind of gather yourself, see what you need to change, what you need to keep. Check out your proportions. We're still above the middle line here. And we have 3 different things side by side that are all about the same size in length. All right, one thing that makes this character super cute is his big giant eyes. Our other character had big eyes as well. So they take up almost all the width of the head. So you're going to draw those eyes. One suggestion I saw was to put dots at the corners to kind of give yourself a guide before you start making the eyes, and that's probably a really good idea. So I've placed 4 dots in a row. This is how I'm going to connect them. Okay, so those eyes are a lot like a football. Really big, round, football-shaped eyes. Most of his eye is a pupil, so we're going to draw a huge circle in there, taking up most of the eye. And we're going to add some of those little dots we talked about in our other drawing. Let's just add one for him. We're just going to add one highlight. Don't put the other dot. We're going to color over it. Okay, you can put another line in the ear. I just noticed I left that line out. Miss Allen can't keep the paper from sliding around in the wrong direction. Okay, then there's going to be a mouth and nose. A tiny little mouth. You can put it smiling or frowning or just straight. I think I'm going to have mine just a slight smile because I think he's cuter when he's grinning. The nose is super tiny as well. You can either put 2 little dots here and leave it at that, or you can put a little bit of the sides of the nose on there. Has a couple of lines above it. Little tiny small nose. Some eyebrows, which are actually kind of wrinkles, I think. A couple more of those above. Now you can leave his head smooth like this since he is a baby version of this character, and that will make him look tinier, smaller, newer, or you can really wrinkle him up like Yoda. So if you want to do more wrinkles in him, I would do 2 here. Then I would do a couple of kind of wiggly V's across his forehead because the real Yoda is very, very wrinkled. You can put a line down the middle. So that's up to you if you want to add the forehead wrinkles or not. Okay, then we're going to right, put the little wrap around his neck. Very simple. Here and here, we're going to cross that center line at this time. We're going to go to the center and vertically up to the middle, because we want it to look like two pieces, a wrap. We're going to make this one a little shorter. Don't start at the bottom. Start here and go over, so that there's two different lengths in the wrap right there. Then his little dress. I don't know what it is. Not a kilt. Maybe a robe. I think that's probably the appropriate term. Cross it over at the bottom. You can make that straight, or I gave it a little bit of a waviness to it. Make that as long as you want, but he is a short little thing. Then we're going to have 1, 2 for his sleeves. Those are not connected to anything except at the top. Give him those little fuzzy furry sleeves. It's like a rectangle on each side. And then his little hands, just going to look like a little curve. We don't want to show a lot of detail to his hands because they're difficult. They're fingers and they have claws, and they get a little bit into more advanced drawing. All right, and then you want to give him a few little fold lines in his outfit here. And in some of the pictures I saw of this character, he's wearing some sort of necklace, and I have no idea what the significance of it is. You can certainly leave it off. Or if you'd like to add the necklace that he is wearing, you're going to do 2 lines coming down like a V. Make sure they pass the neck wrap and hang down a little bit lower. Then you can put kind of a little rectangle here for the part that connects it to the necklace. And then there's kind of a triangular, looks like a skull or something hanging down. It also has some horns connected to it. 2 eyes and 2 nostrils. And that's kind of his little special necklace there. All right, and that's Baby Yoda. I'd like you maybe to give him a background, a tiny background, by adding a horizon line. Now he's standing on the ground. And if you'd like to go a step further and add kind of a little mountainous background, I don't know what the terrain of his movie is. I know it's space and everything, but I don't know where he walks around and plays, so you can decide. All right, and that is Baby Yoda. I will have a time lapse next to show you how I would color this. I'm sure you can look online too, because there are various shapes and colors of things. Well, I guess not shapes. There are various colorations of this character, and you can decide what you like best.